Hey folks, Ron here. Oh, I gotta get myself together here. Today I'm going to be showing you just in a moment the last home of iconic actor Cary Grant. And Cary Grant lived in this home until he died in 1986. He left he left the home to his fifth and final wife, Barbara, and I believe she's still there, although the house is under renovation. I think her husband is a contractor who's doing the renovation. So we're going to see a home that they may not actually mind me walking up to the gates as much. Look at that view, by the way. And I'm going to show you some spectacular views in a minute right past the house. They really had a view that was incredible. And it also has a view of the house that was built, the old location of where the Manson murders took place, right across Benedict Canyon. Spectacular view. So, we know a lot about the iconic actor Cary Grant, but I want to focus a little bit today on his early life because it was so interesting. And in my research, I found out things I didn't know. So I won't be talking too much about his movies and career and death, but more about his early life. He was born Archibald Leach in 1904 in Bristol, England. Like I said before, he eventually had 5 marriages, and he attributes some of the problems he had interacting with women all his life to the upbringing he had. The fact that his mother was clinically depressed, his father was an alcoholic. In fact, when he was, well, let me go through the other stuff first. So he had an older brother who died of tuberculosis meningitis. His mother taught Cary to sing and dance when he was very young, when he was about 4 years old, and already had him playing piano. By the way, the dog is leading me around again, so I'm going to go where he wants to go because he does the walks, not me. He walks me. So at the age of 4, he was already taking piano lessons and singing and dancing. I am referring to my notes here because there's so much good stuff. After his brother died, for some reason his mother, it is said, sort of blamed herself and never forgave herself, and that kind of led her more into the spiraling depression that she was in really probably her whole life. And eventually it caused her to really overprotect Cary as the surviving son, and that affected him the rest of his life too. And like I said, affected his relationships with women after that. When he was 9, his father actually had his mother committed to a institution for mental illness. And by the time Cary was 10, just the next year, his father had already remarried and started a new family. Now, the really tragic part is, and Cary felt very abandoned by this for many years, and kind of made him, or part of what made him the misfit he was in school. But the real tragedy is when he was 31 years old, he found out that his mother, in fact, was still alive. She hadn't died in the institution. I'm sorry, I go above, but the father told him that she had died. And the fact that the truth is the father committed her, and decades later she was still alive. So soon after Cary found out about this, I believe it was 1935, he worked to get his mother out of the institution once he finally found out she was alive and where she was. But, it didn't alleviate those feelings of abandonment that he had. So, and by the way, the only reason he found out about his mother was the deathbed confession that his father made to him. Like I said, when Cary was 31 at the hospital. We're approaching the home, so I'm going to show you that first. And like I say, it's under construction, so it's perfect. Dog wants to go there anyway. Well, now he does. So here's the home, and it's completely under construction. Lived here with their daughter Jennifer. There are cameras, no trespassing, but look at that. Home is, can't really get above the gates, but this is, unfortunately, this is the best I can do is through the gates here. See from there, maybe? And it's completely under construction. I wish I could get around those gates. Let's come over here. Really, there's not much to see since it's all being torn up. But The view is absolutely astounding. Here's our view. Oh, what a great time to come here, huh? When it's under construction. Pool is emptied. You can sort of see it there and see me. See how it's right on the precipice of the cliff. Look at the view. We've got the whole city there. And what I'll try to show you is that house directly across the way through the antiquated telephone wires. Let's get over here. Let's see if we can focus in on that house across the way. Right there, right in kind of the middle of the frame. That large house right in the middle of your picture. That is where the Tate LaBianca residence. Tate LaBianca. That is where Sharon Tate and Roman Polanski were renting the house when the Manson murders occurred. Right in the middle of the frame, right near the top of the hill. That large home. And this is the new home that's been built in the spot, and I've done a vlog on it as well. Look at the home down here. Can you see this big one with the pool? Pretty nice. There's another view. That's a good view. So in 1914, Jesse Lasky, who was a producer at the time, he would go on to become the head of Paramount. He spotted Cary Grant in a play in Berlin. In 1915, his father started him in school, hoping he'd get a good education. He could barely afford the uniform, the father, but he was expelled at age 14 for, among other things, hanging out in the girls' bathroom, not doing his homework, thieving, helping kids steal. But there is some thought that he might have done this deliberately so he would get expelled, which he was, and rejoin the acting troupe he was in, which he did 3 days later after his expulsion. And then it was vaudeville. Sorry, we're looking into the sun here, but look at the view beyond the house. Look at that view, guys. There's the house. There's the house, and look at the view they've got. All the way to the ocean, if it were a clear day. Anyway, but, he did start in vaudeville, theater, got into films, and it was fantastic from there on out. He was once married to, one of his 5 marriages was to actress Diane Cannon. And, Cary Grant was really iconic, legendary, and that's part of why I'm not going to focus on, I just can't get over that view behind me. This is it. This is their view. This is their view. Focus on his career, because his early life was quite traumatic and really affected him. And I just definitely wanted to show you the house, and I'm glad we got a pretty good view of it owing to the construction. Still love that pool, that house right there with the pool. I can hear people there, but I can't see anyone by the pool. And that's something that happens here in the canyons. The voices really carry. No pun intended. Grant. And there's kind of an older home right above it there. The shingle roof. Okay, I can see people are not in the pool, but they are near the pool. I feel like such a voyeur. There's a home up there too. I want to show you. That home up there, middle of the frame. That's got like, I don't know if you can see it, but it's got like a wall of water cascading down all the time. By the way, we're very close, I mean, I'm walking by, I was driving by it on my way down, to the home where where Elizabeth Taylor lived in the mid-50s, where Montgomery Clift had his accident after leaving a dinner party at her home, driving down the same street, Beverly Estates Drive, where he had his accident that scarred him for life, literally, mentally, and physically, and I have a vlog on that as well. I think I'll just continue down with you for a second here. 73 degrees, or about maybe 75, but I'll tell you, when the sun echoes off the canyons here, you can see I'm in a tank top for good reason. When the sun beams off these canyons here and there's no breeze, it's quite toasty. Let's get another shot of that house with the water wall. You almost see the water running down. A lot of construction going on, as always. All right, folks. Well, I suppose I'll call it there. Thank you very much for watching. Thanks for listening. Thanks to all my new subscribers, especially in the last few days. I've accumulated quite a few. I really appreciate it. And I would continue future new subscribers. Thank you very much if you do. If you do, push the bell icon, then you'll be notified as to when I post. And also, please give the channel likes, folks, because that's how I really get traction, just with those likes. How the channel gets traction, I should say. And maybe eventually I'll make a little money, pay my gas money for all these visits to these places I do for you. Okay, folks, and comment in the comment section if you see fit. As you know, if you've commented, I respond to just about everyone, if not everyone. So I really appreciate it, and we will see you at the next location. Again, my name is Ron. Thanks a lot for watching and listening. Bye-bye.